Hello, this is Misty for Bible Ministries, and this is Genesis chapter 3 out of the King James 3. And the serpent was cunning above every animal of the field which Jehovah God had made, and he said to the woman, Is it true that God had said, You shall not eat from any tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree of the in the midst of the garden God had said, You shall not eat of it, and you shall not touch of it, lest you die. And the serpent said to the woman, Dying you shall not die, for God knows that in that day you shall eat of it, even your eyes shall be opened, and you shall become like God, knowing good and evil. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that the eye it was to be desired, and to the eyes it was to be desired, and the tree was desirable to make one wise. And she took of its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband with her, and he ate. And the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed leaves of the fig tree and made girdles for themselves. They heard the sound of Jehovah God walking up and down in the garden at the breeze of the day. And the man of his wife hid themselves from the face of Jehovah God in the midst of the trees of the garden. The Jehovah God called to the man and said to him, Where are you? And he said, I have heard your sound in the garden, and I was afraid, for I am naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree which I command you not to eat? And the man said, The woman whom you gave to be with me, she have given to me of the tree that I ate. And Jehovah God said to the woman, What is this you have done? And the woman said, The serpent deceived me, and I ate. And Jehovah God said to the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed above all beasts, more than any animal of the field. You shall go on your belly, and you shall eat eat dust of all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed, and you will bruise your head, and he will bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. He said to the woman, I will greatly increase your pain in your conception, and you shall bear sons in sorrow, and your desire shall be towards your husband, and he shall rule over you. And he said to the man, Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree about which I commanded you, saying, You shall not eat from it, the ground shall be cursed because of you, and you shall eat of it in pain all the days of your life. And it shall bring forth thorns and thistles to you, and you shall eat the plant of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat. Eat bread until you return to the ground, for you have taken out of it, and you are dust. And to dust you shall return. And the man called the name of his wife Eve, because she became the mother of all living. And Jehovah God made coats of skin for the man and his wife, and clothed them. And Jehovah God said, Behold, the man shall become one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and also take from the tree of life, and eat and live forever. Jehovah God sent him out of the Garden of Eden till the ground out of which he was taken. And he drove the man out, and he lodged the cherubs at the east of the Garden of Eden, and the flaming sword swirling around to guard the way of the tree of life.